The 4 Agreements. It's a self-help book written by Don Miguel Ruiz. In the book, there's a code of conduct that comes from ancient Toltec wisdom, teaching us how to free ourselves from self-limiting beliefs that cause us to suffer and limit our potential. Learning the 4 agreements and practicing them on your daily life can transform your life experience into one of freedom, love, and happiness. The author points out that everything that a person is doing has its roots on the agreements that they have made with themselves, life, others, and even God. On these agreements, they tell themselves how to behave, who they are, what is possible, and what is not. Now, not every agreement that a person has is negative, but there are certain agreements that may affect a person's self-worth and their energy. These types of self-limiting agreements create suffering in your daily life. Ruiz believes that in order for a person to find personal joy and be content with what they are, they first have to get rid of these fear-based and society-imposed agreements that subconsciously influence the behavior and the mindset of the person. Another thing that he points out is that much of the suffering that people go through is actually self-created, and that we can transform the way that we think about certain life situations. The author proposes 4 beneficial agreements that one can make with themselves to improve their state of well-being. Making a pact with these agreements will affect a person's happiness regardless of the external situation. Agreement 1. Be impeccable with your word. While this agreement is the most important one, it's also the hardest one to honor. To be impeccable with your language means to have no judgment for oneself and take responsibility for one's actions. Essentially, it means to choose our words before we speak them and thus speak with integrity. Agreement 2. Don't take anything personally. This one helps you to deal with the hurtful treatment that you may be getting from others. Also, it points out the importance and power of having a strong sense of self and a self-image that is not affected by other people's opinions. It also makes you understand that each person sees the world from a different viewpoint, which makes them have a totally different type of reality than yours. Each person's actions and beliefs only point out their projection of reality. Ruiz believes that anger, jealousy, envy, and sadness can dissipate when a person stops taking things personally. Argument 3. Don't make assumptions. Making assumptions can create stress and conflict because the person believes that their assumptions are a representation of the truth. A way to avoid drama and stress from making assumptions is by asking questions and having a clear conversation. Agreement 4. Always do your best. This one helps individuals achieving their life goals. This agreement entails the first 3 agreements and also living one's full potential. According to the author, if a person does their best in any given situation and avoids self-judgment, they will be able to live a life free from sorrow and regret.